Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show. I'm Robert Wallace. This is a place where we ask, am I choosing the way of Jesus, or am I choosing my own way? Well, if you missed yesterday's show, I invite you to go back and grab that and take a look at it. It's about 4.5 minutes long. Today, we're looking at our first point this week, Zechariah Who. Now, R.C. Sproul wrote this. The name Zechariah means the Lord remembers. The people had forgotten God's promises, but there was a remnant who held firm to God's promises. Now, Zacharias, a priest, became the father of John the Baptist. And he was old, and he and his wife Elizabeth had never had any children. Now, in that culture and that time period, not having children was considered a moral failing. If a woman could not get pregnant, people assumed that the family was being punished for a sin or they were under a generational curse. The expectation was that all married couples would have children. Now imagine you're a priest with no children, and the questions and the whispers of judgmentalism. Now, before we go too far, let's remember that Luke clarifies that both Zechariah and Elizabeth were righteous in the sight of God, observing all the Lord's commands and decrees blamelessly. That's in verse 6 of Luke chapter 1. So Elizabeth's inability to get pregnant has nothing to do with she or Zechariah, and they've done nothing wrong. Now, the reason Elizabeth couldn't get pregnant was a mystery. And it was a very hard place for this couple, both within their own family unit, in-laws and parents, but also in society. Yet we can see Zechariah and Elizabeth working very hard, quietly, trying to explain to their families that they've done everything they can, and they still don't know why she cannot have a child, no matter what they tried. And so embarrassed, frustrated, and they were hopeless as to why. Now, even though they were both righteous and faithful, as Luke tells us, they just couldn't accomplish this thing and experience the joy that comes from having a baby. So they prayed. And yet, they were left until their old age when God decided the time was right that John should be born. So here are the questions today. Are there things in my life that just seem impossible? Have I searched my heart only to still wonder, have I done something wrong? Have I or am I embarrassed with no explanation? Well, what's the Holy Spirit saying to me right now for today? Will I choose the way of Jesus, the way of hope and love? Or will I choose my own way? I'm praying for us as we consider this passage again today from Luke chapter 1. Let's invite the Holy Spirit to give us eyes to see and ears to hear God's truth from His Word. Let's have receptive hearts and minds to receive these truths. And then let's ask the Father for the same boldness, commitment, and courage of Jesus to do what the Holy Spirit is leading us to do. I pray you'll have a wonderful day, my friends. Go in the peace of God. Blessings to you. Bye for now.